So, guys, today I'm gonna be talking, having a conversation with the brokies. Brokies meaning the dudes who are broke. Our malamba. Yeah, well, guys, you know yourselves. You know how hard it is to be a man. You understand? Trying to be a high value man, and that time when I own a zaka. You know how hard it is, Joe. Especially today, because understand, as a man, you are a provider, Joe. And in today's world, in order to provide, you need money. You understand? Everything you must get to provide for someone, you get it in exchange with money. So it's very tough. So I just want to have a conversation. Nothing hectic, nothing complicated. Just a simple conversation about money, especially when you are in a broke state. Ule malambani, you understand? So I don't even have notes nyana or my laptop next to me. I just had this inspiration in my head, and I felt like, yo, let me pop up my phone and do a video real quick, you understand? So I'm gonna be talking about this thing, but also I want us to focus on the reasons why you are broke, why we are broke, and also I want us to because I already like have categorized it into three categories. You understand? So that I want us to be able to identify ourselves in terms of stages of broke, or where are we broke. You understand? Because broke is relative. My broke and your broke cannot be the same, because people will have different situations in their lives. So that's what I did. So, but I want to start with the reasons. You understand? Reasons why someone may be broke. You understand? So I feel like there's three reasons, you know, why you may end up being in a broke situation, where you cannot really provide for yourself, which means you can provide for other people. And as a man, as I said, it's a big problem. Not trying to sound sexist, but it's a real big problem. So the first reason I think someone may end up being broke is that the inability, to spot opportunities. Wabona ware ole motho, and then you are able to spot opportunities, in life, and in the market. Like market meaning like the economy, like where you are staying, you must be able to spot opportunities of making money, because you must understand that as human beings, you understand, we are entrepreneurs by birth. That's why you'll see where a child, when they are young, they're very curious. They make a lot of mistakes. Even when they fall down, they never give up. They always try again, and then they end up working, because those are the characteristics of an entrepreneur, if you look at it. So unfortunately, with the school systems we go through, they always kill that entrepreneurial fire that we have. They always kill that curiosity. They want to channel you to become employable to somebody, to become a slave. You understand? So that's the unfortunate part. So you really need to be able to spot opportunities, if you want to make money. But if you cannot see opportunities around you, I'm sorry, that's why you're broke. And if you cannot work on that, you'll always be broke. And the second one is the inability to create value, or the inability to offer value. Now you must understand that money is just a tool. You understand? Money is just a tool, and to get money, you must have something in exchange. And most people want value that they can exchange with money, especially today, more digital age. More learning, everything is going on the internet, online. You understand? So the value, it's more easier to have value that you can really exchange for money, because especially information is easily accessible. So you can just get information. You understand? Get information, you repackage it, you exchange it for money, to other people. It's just as simple like that. It goes back to spotting the opportunities, but also when you spot the opportunity, you must be able to offer value in exchange to get the money. It's very important. The value is very important. People will never pay where they don't get value. You understand? Even if when someone buys a chair, they buy that chair because there is value. They will be able to sit down. It's just simple as that. A, B, C. You must offer value in exchange for money. Then the third one is the common one. Why most people are broke? It's just because a lot of people, they lack financial literacy. You understand? Some people make money, but they mismanage those finances. So financial literacy is just a common factor in a way that most people struggle. Because also going back to our educational system, you never taught about money, because I don't understand. It's like they want you to be scared about money. They want you to feel like you don't deserve a lot of money. You just deserve just some small money. When I want change, how can too much? No, you won't cooperate, you won't listen. So so that's why they will never teach you about money. And also, the teachings about money also, they have to happen at home, you know on those dinner tables, say with your family. Your parents must be able to make you understand how money works when you're still young. So because of most of us, the black kids, we never had that privilege. You understand? Because also our parents didn't understand money. They were never taught by their parents. Because the system also was new to them. You understand? We're still adjusting to the system. So it becomes very difficult. But if you can teach children while they're young about money, trust me, you'll be solving half of the financial problems we have today, just so they can understand money. What is money? They can respect money and they can take care of money. Because one thing with money, once you take care of money, it will take care of you. You understand? So those are the reasons I believe, not indulging too much on them, but are the reasons I believe most of us, we are brokies. You understand? We are brokies. Even now, we don't have money. So those are the reasons I believe. That's why we are brokies. So, as I said, I came up with 3 categories identifying the brokies. So the categories, I came with them because I want us to understand also that you must be aware of where you are in life. You must be aware of your circumstances and situation. Once you are aware, you have to accept. And once you accept, that's where progress starts, because now you are channeled to your reality. Now you know what you have to do to get forward. You understand? B, I need to do this and this. But if you cannot establish your A, how can you get to B? You understand? That's why people, they always dry at the same place, dry at one place, because they're not even self-aware, of their situation where they are in life. So I'm gonna start with the first category that I came up with. So the first category is poor broking. Now, poor broking, I know a lot of black people will identify with poor broking because a lot of us, we were born in disadvantaged families. So now you must understand that when you are disadvantaged, you actually on a survival mode. So the poor brokies are people who are on a survival mode, are people who cannot really even think about wants, but they still struggling, to sustain themselves, to be able to provide for themselves the needs, understand, such as shelter, food, clothes. They are struggling with such things, because of the background of being of hotloka and like about poor guys. We know most of the black people, plus also the high rising of unemployment. So most of the people were disadvantaged. Also now they can't get employment. It makes things worse. That's why there's a lot of people who are poor broke. So you have to identify that, you have to understand that when you are poor broke. So you must understand that your strategies will never be the same with someone who's working but they are broke, because your problems are not the same. You understand? So that's why it's important that I made this category, so that you can identify with yourself where you are and who you are at the moment in time. Because I believe being broke is not who you are, it's just a situation that you're going through. It doesn't define the person you are. On Taramas. I hope we sale together, ne? I hope we sale together. So I think if you are poor broke, one thing that you'll be blessed with, I think one thing that you'll have, one resource that you'll have, you are guaranteed that you'll have, is time. You understand? Because you're not working, you're not doing anything, it's time. So you must understand that what can you do with your time? Because the only resource you have when is time. You don't have money to start a business, you don't have money to go to school, but you have time and your physical body, you have hands that you can use. So you must identify problems that people have, that maybe they don't want to do those things. Most of the time those things are just physical things. So you know, most people are lazy, so that there's just some activities or some responsibilities they don't want to really engage in. So when you must identify those kind of like activities alluring. You understand that people, they don't really want to do these things, or they don't have time to do these things, such as like gardening, you know what I'm saying, washing laundry, you know, babysitting, those things that they demand physical effort. You must focus more on them, because what you have is time without resources, and most of the time such people, they don't even have skills. You understand? So you must also know, you must focus on those kinds of things. So the next category is, so it's poor. The first one is poor brokey. The second one is poor brokey. Yo, let me remind myself. Sorry, guys. Let me remind myself. Poor brokey. And that one is limitation brokey. So the second one, poor brokey, limitation brokey. Okay, the second one, I got it. Sorry for wasting time, just searching through my mind, guys. The second one is dependency brokey. Now we're talking about those ones, but we call them a cheese boy, you know. But it's a cheese boy, you know, those ones don't really depend on other people. You know, which is boy depend on their parents, you know. Those you call about spoiled bread. You know, you like calling people names, just boys, spoiled bread, just because they depend on their parents. But also those people, you find that they are broke because they depend on other people to provide their needs, you understand? So in order for them to attain wants, or they can't really afford to get what they want, but they are content, some of them, with the fact that they are able to get their needs being provided for. But some really are not content, because they want to be self-proficient and provide for themselves. So those are the dependent brokey. Now the dependent brokey have some advantages, because they have access to, like, they have sponsors. Now sponsors can be parents, your uncle, your brother, someone who's taking care of you, who's responsible for your needs. I label them as their sponsor. You understand? Some people have about sugar daddy, you know, sponsors. So they are fortunate because they have sponsors. So it will depend also on the sponsor on how are they willing to assist the dependent broker. So the dependent broker can decide whether they can go to school, if the sponsor is willing to pay for their tuition, or they can just take a course, you know, or they just go online, get a skill, because they are able to get their sponsor to provide data for them. but while a poor broke is unable to even have a phone, you understand? So that's why it's important to identify with yourself where you are. So the dependent brokey, they are in a space where lowering, they have more opportunities, but also those opportunities depend on another person. That's where the tricky part starts. So that's where the tricky part starts. So, but those people, to get out of that brokey situation, you can start a business if your sponsor can fund it. Go to school, as I said, take a course, learn a skill, do something. You can do something if the sponsor is really willing to pay for that thing. The third category, the third broking category is the limitation broking. Now, these are the people who frustrate me the most, because they have the opportunity, to achieve financial excellence, or to be financial free, but for some reasons they are broke, for some odd reasons, because these are the people, most of them are working, most of them have businesses, most of them are able to generate an income. Now the problem comes with, maybe the income may not be enough to cover their needs and wants, or they are mismanaging their financials. That's where financial illiteracy comes in. Most people are financially illiterate. That's why they find themselves in deep debt. You understand? Because people don't understand how there's credit. Credit, as nice as it may sound, as nice it may sound, there is good debt and there's bad debt. There's good credit and there's bad credit. So most of people who are financially illiterate, they don't understand that once you take a lot of bad credit, you're actually using money, money that is not yours. And also that money that is not yours is also being charged interest. So you are paying interest on top of money that is not, you need to pay back, and also they add interest on top of that money. So it's kind of like a sticky situation that you don't want to find yourself in that hole, because if you are in that hole, it's highly possible that you'll be digging downwards, and once you dig downwards in that hole, you'll never come out. You understand? So there's bad credit and there's good credit. So let me make examples of like bad credit and good credit. So bad credits are credit like things that you take on credit, and those things, they don't give you an income. So those things, they only take out money, such as a personal car for personal use is a bad credit. It's not an asset. You must understand that a car is not an asset. I think a lot of people, they feel like if they buy cars, they are investing. Or no, a car is not. It's not an asset. It's an expense, guys. A car is an expense. The only car that is an asset is a car that you use for business, because that business is making you money. That's why that car, we regard it as an asset. You understand? So that's one of example. Yeah, the bad credit. Now, good credit is when you go to the bank and ask for loan to buy property. It's when you go to the bank and ask for loan to fund a business. That is good credit, because you're gonna generate an income on that property. And also, it must be a property that you're going to sell or you're going to rent. It can be property that you stay in is not an investment. People must understand, if you are buying a house that you're gonna stay in, that thing is not an investment. Gone are those days where property that you stay in is an investment. About 1970s and 80s, those are the days that you needed to buy property to invest. Now the property market doesn't allow you to buy a property and think that you're making a good investment. It's actually a bad investment. The only good investment is if you are renting out that property, you are in a property business, and then you'll make a proper investment like that. But for you to stay there and your family, that is not an investment. So those are the categories that I came about, because I believe, guys, it's important to identify where you are in life and understand your broke situation. Where do you fall under? You understand? Because you understand sometimes someone is poor, broke, but is also around people who are dependent, broke, and you'll think that when you're in the same situation now, when opportunities come, you start to have pride. I mean, I can't do gardening because my friend are gonna laugh at me. But you must understand, you and that person, you are not in the same basket. You're not in the same category. You understand? So it's important to identify where you are in life. So I just want us guys to win, all of us. So that's why I want us, the brokies, to get out and start making money. You understand? To go from being a brokey to be a high value man. You know what I'm saying? A high value man. I'm gonna do a video one day talking about what is a high value man, their characteristics, and what they stand for. So guys, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure that you share the video, you subscribe to the channel, and also, most importantly, if you have been a brokey before, please, this one is very important, guys. If you have been a brokey, go to the comment section and tell us, I've been a broke and I did this and this and this and this and this to get out of that situation. You understand? Because if you help someone, guys, I'll let you say, man. Let me tell you something. Mo South Africa. How to Zaga doesn't mean hore Zaga ya hao go fail. How to Zamoto or spot opportunities doesn't mean opportunities are how. So please guys, comment section and just tell us, how did you manage to get out that brokey situation? Because we're all trying to make it, guys. Being broke is not fun. You must understand, the youth today, most of us are broke. A lot of us, become stressed, and you find that some are depressed because of their financial situation. You understand? The economy is hard. We are now realizing, okay, there are no jobs coming. First of all, there are no jobs coming. So, we need ideas, ideas on how we can make money. So if you have something to tell us, go to the comment section and tell us, comment, what can we do to get out of that sticky situation. Also comment if you are a brokey, comment there, down there, say, hey, accept it, acknowledge it, be aware of where you are. Accept, say, I'm a brokey. So please, guys, don't forget to subscribe also. Subscribing is free. Subscribing is free, guys. Support the hustle, man. Support the hustle. Subscribe is free. Just subscribe and make sure that I drop a lot of financial education videos, so that we keep on winning, all of us, guys. Thank you for watching. Floyd Zaka Chelete, money. Salute.